Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is a Divine Masculine weekly reading for December 3rd through the 10th. I am still available for personal readings for the 15 minutes, the half hours, and hours, as well as the Sagittarius Zodiac monthly reads. And shout out to Crystal Hideaway for my clear quartz bracelet. It is absolutely gorgeous, so make sure that you check out their weekly live videos on their sales, on their Instagram story. And yes, they're just reasonably priced with their crystals, and I've been working with them and absolutely love them. So shout out to Crystal Hideaway. So we'll just go ahead and get into your reading now. So your lesson to start off this week is Knight of Wands. So what I'm getting is the Divine Masculine has a goal you are trying to achieve. This is a creative goal. Maybe this is something along the lines of art, music, fashion. Maybe you're trying to go after a promotion. Maybe you're trying to go after a romantic relationship or partner specifically, to whatever your goal is. Just basically the Divine Masculine has a specific goal in mind that they are willing to go the distance to attain. So you guys, as obstacles with this lesson, we have the Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Temperance, which is correlated to Sagittarius. So what I'm seeing is you guys want this certain type of lifestyle, but there's still a tempering that needs to occur. So basically, for you to have your garden bloom and flourish the way you want it to, and you deserve it to, you still have to balance out your spirituality and your physical world. So what does that mean? In Sagittarius season, we are in Jupiter energy. So Jupiter is about expansion. So expanding your dreams, expanding your creative outlets, expanding what your goals really look like for the bigger picture, and bringing that down to reality with hope and faith that it will come true. So tempering your spiritual realm to match your physical realm. Sometimes we work at this backwards and we just work, instead of just flowing with the universe and allowing her to do her fucking thing and provide for us in the way that she's going to provide for us. Sometimes you have to just, sit down, relax, meditate, intertwine these energies, integrate this water and earth energy within yourself, or fire and water energy is typically what Temperance is correlated to. And just letting that be for a minute. Just allowing that to lead. Sometimes we need to let spirit guide us into the right pathways and into the right unions and into the right collaborations to get where we need to go. Because mind you, yes, we are all on this plane by ourselves, but we can't really get anywhere far if we do not come into union with others to help us. So how to face this lesson, we have Queen of Wands again. So the Divine Feminine is all up through y'all shit. So, yeah. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So with this, what I am saying is you guys, once again, need to tap into your Divine Feminine energy. You need to tap into your power. And this, once again, like last week, same kind of concept. This can be your internal Divine Feminine energy, or it can be your actual Divine Feminine counterpart, family member, friend, somebody that you can just, use to kind of serve as maybe a guide, I'll say could be the word. I don't know if that's the right word, but, just kind of to help guide you back to your magic, because the Temperance is also alchemy. She's balancing her two cups out, and the Divine Feminine already has done all this work. So the Divine Feminine is here to show you how to do that for yourself, because that's when you get the Ace of Wands. That's when you can alchemize whatever needs to be tempered in your life. So for example, if you've been really fucking angry lately, or if you've been really sad, or you've been really, just ashamed of, where you're at in life and you want to be further, how can you temper those emotions of not doing enough, of not being good enough, or whatever have you, to alchemize that pain, alchemize those emotions into a place of understanding as a lesson? What do these emotions teach me? And what am I supposed to do with that now? Because every emotion serves as a lesson. And once you attain that lesson or achieve that lesson, then you have that to put into your toolbox so you can use it for another occasion. And this time you know what the fuck to do, because you already did the alchemy to prevent this. and to flourish in this next scenario. So you're not going to revert, and it's okay if you do revert back to your old ways. But the moment you do, you're going to understand, oh shit, that's exactly what I used to do. I didn't do all that alchemy work. I didn't temper all of these emotions for me just to end up back at square one. So you're going to know what to do. But that's kind of what the Divine Feminine is here to teach you, that Divine Feminine has been alchemizing so much of her energy right now. And there's a lot of alchemical transformations going on with the Divine Feminine. There's a lot of divine rage and anger coming out from the Divine Feminine right now. A lot of dark goddess energy is going on right now. So there is something you're supposed to learn from this. There is something you're meant to learn from Sekhmet. There's something you're meant to learn from Lilith or Hecate or Kali. You know, there is a lesson to be learned through alchemizing your pain and alchemizing, you know, even, okay, back to the Nine of Pentacles. This can also be an obstacle of disappointment because you're not already here. You know, you want your garden to flourish. You want to be balling and shit, but it's like you're not there yet. So how can you alchemize the disappointment that you're not here yet? Because it's okay. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own obstacles that they're dealing with. Not everybody is where we want to go, and that's part of the journey. Because if you sat here and got everything that you've been asking for tomorrow, you wouldn't have even fucking appreciated it. You have to go through this pain to have gratitude for what you get, to have gratitude for what it is you're asking for. So maybe that's what needs to be tempered right now, is the disappointment that you haven't gotten to where you need to go or where you're trying to go yet. And that's okay. But that's what the Divine Feminine is here to teach you. And it's also harnessing your spiritual power, because once again, I always refer to this black cat as her intuition. The Divine Feminine leads with her intuition. So you guys need to learn how to do that, because that's where your power comes from. That's in your soul. That is born within you. That internal power is yours. You just have to remember it. Whew. I'm going hard as fuck right now, and I'm so sorry. I blame it on all of these planets in Capricorn because I'm a 7-planet Capricorn. So I'm like, there's a lot of tough love right now going on, and I'm just like, I'm getting hot. But yeah, there is something you are meant to learn from this Queen of Wands energy to harness your own magic, your own power. So now the outcome with these cards are the Magician. Literally, she's teaching you how to step into your power, your magic. And then we have 7 of Swords. So with the Magician, right? The Queen of Wands, the Divine Feminine, whoever this energy is for you, is here to teach you about your magic, here to teach you how to temper your shit. And then you can become the Magician. And I feel like we had this card last week as well. Did we? Because I swear to God, if we did, I'm coming for y'all. I don't have my other book here where I write it down. But if we did, just know. You got some lessons to learn. But when we attain this level of magic, when we attain this level of alchemy in our lives, we cannot play with it. We cannot promise the universe or the Divine Feminine, or if you're working with deities or energies or spirits and asking and praying to them, you cannot ask them for shit and try to be slick about it and get away with stuff. So if you're asking the universe to help heal you and help you alchemize these energies, help you alchemize these disappointments and painful past experiences, because you need to do that in order to get to your end goal. If you're asking the universe, please, universe, help me do this, help me get there, I just want to be there. But then you say, you know, if you help me get there, I'm going to offer you, you know, a platter of fruit. I'm going to offer you some roses. I'm going to offer you something of value because you're helping me through this process. And then you don't ever keep up your end of the bargain. This 7 of Swords is going to come fuck you up. Simple. I couldn't even sugarcoat that. Because mind you, Jupiter is in Capricorn, Saturn is in Capricorn, Pluto and Venus are in Capricorn right now. Capricorn is the planet of karma. So right now, of all times, is a time that you do not want to play with the karmic scales of balance. If you say you're going to do something to anyone, this doesn't just mean the universe or spirits or deities. This means your family, your friends, yeah, I'll do a favor if you help me out. And then they do the favor for you and you never repay them. That just all of a sudden fucked your scales up. Now you got to retemper all over again, when you could have just done what you said you were going to do in the first place and you would have avoided that situation. Do not play with the universe. Whether it is in this lifetime or the next or whatever others that come to be after this lifetime experience, the universe will always catch up and always make you repay your debts. And debts are not something that you want to be in when it comes to this spiritual shit. Because right here, we're dealing with magic. This whole reading is magic. The temperance energy, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Magician. So you don't want to mess with magic and try to get away with shit and not hold your end of the bargain. I can't specifically say that I've ever had that experience because I hold up my end of the bargain. If I work with a deity and I say I'm going to offer them something, I offer it. I don't promise deities certain shit if I don't know if I can keep up my promise. I don't make promises I don't know I can't keep. And that's basically what this card is telling you. Do not make promises if you cannot keep them to anybody. You can say, we'll see, but don't try to be slick. Just don't try to be slick. Just don't cut corners. Don't try to be slick. Don't try to manipulate people and use people for your advantage and your own personal benefit, because it will only come over to fuck you up in the end. I mean, we see it happening right now with all the elites. They've taken advantage. They've manipulated this whole society. And we see a lot of them repaying the debts that they owe. All these people coming out as priests and pedophiles and all that shit. That's karma coming for their ass. Simple. And you don't want to, obviously that's a very extreme example, but that's a great example to use, because karma will come back around. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next week. It might not be 5 years from now. It could be 10 fucking years from now. What I'm getting at is you just want to make sure that you are always in alignment with your heart's truth, your soul's truth, and living from a place of authenticity. Don't feel like, oh shit, like the universe done bless me. I'm good. I don't got to do shit. I'm going to live and flourish. No, that's not how it works. That means you continue to be that person. You continue to grow. You continue to alchemize darker emotions, pains, and hurts, because the healing journey never stops. Sorry to disappoint some of you, but it just doesn't, because every single day we're healing from some bullshit that we went through. You can be healing because you were irritated through traffic, and that's just a slight example. And then you have grander examples of work environments and other energies and yada yada. So just don't play yourself. Just don't play yourself. Don't. Like, as a daughter of Saturn, I'm telling you, do not play yourself. Do not play any Capricorns at this time either, because if you're trying to finesse a Capricorn or an Aquarius, because they are originally ruled by Saturn too, Saturn will not play with you. Like, Saturn will come for you. And sometimes that lesson serves as the Saturn child themselves. So just know that. Be forewarned. And I'm not trying to fearmonger anybody. That's definitely not the case. All I'm saying is, if you're living in your heart's truth and you're living in alignment with that truth and keeping your promises, keeping your word, you'll be straight. You'll be fine. You'll be solid. You won't even have to worry about this Seven of Swords. Oh, okay. And also, make sure you're not, okay, that's another message they want me to explain too. Make sure that whoever this divine feminine is for you, this energy, make sure that they're not helping you with an expectation in return. So basically what I just got was, if the Queen of Wands is assisting you, whoever this person is for you, if they're assisting you in healing, helping, teaching you about magic, teaching you about your own inner power, make sure that they are not expecting something in return. Make it very clear and concise that, hey, I would like your help with this kind of issue in my life, but, you know, I'm not expecting to give you anything. Like, I'm expecting you to do this out of the goodness of your heart. And if you don't want to do then it's fine too. And this, like I said, could be a deity, could be a family friend, whatever. Just don't, it kind of works both ways right now. Make sure that you're not asking without giving. Don't ask for something without giving something. And make sure that they're not expecting that you give them something in order for that exchange to take place. So for the crystal cards, we have Rose Quartz Inner Child. So where are these disappointments stemming from? These disappointments of not being where you want to be in life, not attaining your goal right now. Where does that actually come from? Because it lies in your inner child or your childhood. Tempering these emotions of not feeling like you're good enough to attain this goal. You're not good enough to get that promotion. You're not good enough to create that piece of art. You're not good enough for the validation you seek. You're not good enough for that, the respect that you seek. You're not worthy of, you know, getting that person that you want. Not worthy of living that lifestyle you want. Where from your inner child or where in your childhood does that stem from? Because this is a root system, and that's really where all these disappointments lie in and where they stem from. So these deep-rooted emotions are really what you're going to have to be tempering this week, because that's why you're having this obstacle of disappointment right now. So figuring out what in your childhood made you feel like that, who told you that lie, because that's not truth. Everybody is worthy of receiving everything that they want in their highest vibration, in their highest dream. So who told you that lie? Because that is not the truth. And then we have chrysolite animals. What I was getting off this was animal instinct. And here we come back to this fucking cat. Animal instinct. And even the horse right here, animal instinct. So what can these animal totems teach you right now? You know, animals are here to provide messages of clarity for us. So what can they teach you about healing? What can they teach you about your animal instincts? You know, we see animals, like my dog will literally fucking bark if he senses energy around that shouldn't be around. Granted, some of those were fragments of myself. So not all of them are spirits, but that's staring into the wall and you're like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, that's their animal instinct saying that something's off. Or when you see, you know, horses going crazy or birds flying, like they can sense when a storm is coming. You know, use your animal instincts to trust what it is you need to do. Trust this goal. Trust yourself. And you can even call on animal companions to show you medicine that you need to heal. You know, I work with, I'd say that I work with snake energy quite a bit, or feline energy, like Sekhmet and Basset, being a Lyran. So they teach me a lot. Like the snake constantly teaches me about transformation. The phoenix constantly teaches me to burn away the bullshit and rebirth myself. Sekhmet teaches me to be in my power. Basset teaches me to have fun and be sensual and playful in life. So what can these animals that are speaking to you right now teach you in life? And then lastly, we have emerald, compassion. And animals can sense when somebody's hurting. Animals can sense when somebody needs healing. So what kind of compassion can you learn from them to have compassion for yourself? You know, when my dad passed, I would be crying in my hallways or crying laid out on the floor, and I just look at Cassius and then he'd just like start playing. So it's like that's how I was supposed to heal, was through laughter. Like he was like, okay, mom, you've cried enough. Like, let's play now and I'll cheer you up. So it's like that was his way of being compassionate towards me and being loving towards me to help me heal through that chapter in my life. So just utilize the medicine of animals right now to help you tap into whatever needs to be healed right now, whatever this disappointment is. You know, what animals were you really drawn to as a kid? What messages do they have for you? And, you know, ask them to show you guidance and wisdom and truth. And yeah, I hope that reading was not too long. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Put your bell notifications on, please. If you feel called to, though. What else? I'm available for personal readings as well as my Sagittarius reading, so my price list will be below. Be sure to DM me or email me if you would like to get a reading from me. And I hope you guys have a gorgeous, gorgeous week. Tap into this magic. Temper what you need to. Don't promise promises that you can't keep. And learn from the animals. Okay, well, I will see you guys next week. Bye.